India and the US Board of Peace, opportunity or risk? India has recently received an invitation from US President Donald Trump to join his proposed Board of Peace, an initiative aimed at resolving global conflicts, with Gaza reportedly being its first focus. At first glance, this sounds like a big opportunity for India to play a more prominent role on the global stage. But the timing and context make this invitation far from straightforward. So, why would the US extend this invitation to India? Simply put, India is one of the largest democracies in the world, with growing diplomatic influence across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Washington sees India as a credible and influential partner, whose participation could lend legitimacy to US-led peace efforts. It is also a strategic counterweight to China, which is expanding its influence globally. By involving India, the US hopes to demonstrate that it has regional partners willing to engage in meaningful conflict resolution. But here is the question every Indian policymaker must ask. Should India trust this initiative? Relations between India and the US are currently under stress. Trade talks have stalled, and Washington has imposed steep tariffs on key Indian exports. This shows that US initiatives often reflect Washington's own strategic and economic interests first. India must carefully evaluate whether joining the Board of Peace would serve its national interest or simply align it with a US-centric agenda. There are risks. Participation could drag India into conflicts or diplomatic positions it may not be fully comfortable with. It could create tensions with other regional partners, especially in the Middle East, where India has traditionally maintained a balanced approach. Moreover, there's the question of credibility. Would India be seen as an independent global power or as a supporter of US-led initiatives? At the same time, the potential benefits are clear. Active engagement could strengthen India's international profile, showing that it is willing to take responsibility in global peace efforts. It could open doors for strategic partnerships, provide India a voice in shaping resolutions, and enhance its influence in key regions. Being at the table could also allow India to protect its interests in volatile regions, from West Asia to Africa, while projecting soft power globally. So what should India do? The decision will need to be careful, calibrated, and strategic. New Delhi must weigh the benefits of global influence against the risks of overcommitment or being perceived as siding with one power over another. Any move must align with India's long-term geopolitical, economic, and security interests rather than short-term gains. In conclusion, the US invitation to the Board of Peace is both an opportunity and a test. For India, it is not just about joining another international initiative. It is about asserting its role as a responsible, independent, and influential global player. India must decide whether to step forward and shape the global peace agenda or take a cautious approach, protecting its autonomy in an increasingly complex world.